Welcome back to God Speaks. So, I'm about to let the cat out of the bag. I'm about to drop something right now that's like, whoa. I mean, really, one of the sources of my power. What I'm about to share with you, I repeat, I do not recommend that you do this. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, let's get into it. The title of this video is I made a pact with. And we're about to find out what and who. Okay. So I made a pact. I did. Here it is. I'm going to hold it way back here so you can't see it and or nothing because there's names on here and stuff and you don't need to know all that. But if there was a point in my life where it really hit the fan, hit the fan, where things went to a whole nother level, it was when I made this pact right here. And I'm going to read to you exactly what it says on my honor. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to leave anything except for specific names out. And I'll tell you the general situation of what happened and how this went down. But first and foremost, let's just know this. The part of God that is love truly doesn't, and that is the Christ, the universal Christ, truly doesn't want to have to destroy the world or bring about judgment and all of these things, okay? Doesn't really want to do that. I talk elsewhere in this channel about how these things come about because of people not listening. People don't listen to the message of Christ, his message of love, and respect and harmony towards all life. And because of the disrespect of and the disbelief in him and the disrespect of his message and what they did to him and all these things, it brings about this timeline where all of this has to happen, where it has to go down like that for the earth to be purified and for, life to continue in a better way, et cetera, et cetera. But what if there was a loophole? What if it didn't have to happen? And there are many ways and loopholes where it doesn't have to happen. And in fact, that's really what my channel is all about, how we can access these loopholes to increase the positivity and the love and the light and the joy and the peace and all these things on the planet, which would reverse the tide of that scenario happening, and which would, hopefully, if we get enough energy and power into it, completely cancel it out. and and then I went ahead and just made myself a vessel for that being completely canceled out by making some serious hardcore promises and goals for myself at a point in time when I really didn't understand the power and the verity of the overarching power and conscripting nature and the binding nature in so many levels and ways of a pact of this nature. So why don't I recommend making pacts? Because when you make a pact with a spiritual force, okay, whatever force it is that you choose, don't do it, first of all. And if you do so, you do so at your own risk. But understand that what you're doing is binding yourself to the fulfillment of that agreement and that pact. That means that actually, once it's done, unless you find some loophole or some way of undoing it, it cannot be undone. And your very life becomes bound to the words in the agreement. And you really can't even not do whatever it is that you've set forth in that agreement. Like, even if you tried not to, you would be redirected and rebound right into that pact. That pact becomes a part of your life. Okay, you can't escape it. There are some methods in which it can be done, but I mean, it is it's done. Okay, when you make a pact of this nature with spiritual forces, you will find yourself automatically fulfilling the agreement without even realizing that that's what you're doing. You will find that life will force you to fulfill that agreement and bring you right back into the agreement, even at times when you forgot you made the agreement. I'm trying to describe it to you, but experiencing it is insane. I mean, you can't get out of it. It will direct your life. The forces which you make that agreement with and to and on will direct your life to the fulfillment of the agreement. Now, you know, I was looking at a video of affirmations. I'm gonna make another video about affirmations and how to hack affirmations for the greatest benefit, especially supernatural affirmations. A lot of people out there making affirmations about some stuff that most people consider impossible, but I know it is possible. And for all of you people not getting results out there, I'm gonna show you how to get results with those impossible affirmations. But that's another video. Anyway, getting off topic, pacts, heavy stuff, okay? Um, you will be bound to fulfill your agreement of the pact when and once you make it. So, why did I make the pact? I made the pact out of love for humanity. I made the pact out of love for life. I made the pact out of an overarching desire to not see all of this terrible stuff happening on the planet that has been prophesized. And the reason why I brought up the affirmations is because this pact really puts me almost in a Doctor Strange situation with Dormammu, where Dormammu's just killing him over and over and over and over and over again because he's standing in the way of Dormammu, uh, harvesting the Earth. And Doctor Strange is like, okay, look, like we could do this for eternity, bro, because I'm not gonna let it happen. And then finally, Dormammu gets so tired of it that Doctor Strange he agrees to Doctor Strange's agreement and he leaves Earth and its people alone. And so there was this immortality, this absolute immortality affirmation that I was looking at, and somebody commented on it saying, "Oh man, if I achieve this absolute immortality, then I'll pretty much be like Doctor Strange in that situation with Dormammu." And that's pretty much that's pretty much what this pact has done without me realizing. I mean, there's so much more that this pact has done I didn't realize what. And that's the problem with making pacts. Like you think like when you make the pact, like you understand it all, but until it begins to fully unfold, you don't have any idea what you've done. But you know I made the pact. So what did I make the pact to and with and for? Because a lot of you people out there probably, when I said it, well, I made a pact with, earlier on in my videos, or when I put it in the description section for some other videos, you're probably like, oh man, he done made a pact with the devil. He's evil. He's a Satanist, and that was on purpose. I like to do stuff like that just to like pull up your judgments and your inner, you know, your judgments, because then I like to later just be like, no, you're wrong. Okay, so here's what it says, and this is what they call virgin parchment paper right here. Okay, that I got from the store, and it says, "O mighty and grand angel of ascent, evolution, upwards evolution." I'm not going to mention the being's name, but this is an angel. This is an emissary of God. Now, a friend of mine actually participated in this with me at the time, and I structured it so that they were only in a part of it and agreed to what they were part of, and then I took them completely out of it, and then it was all about me, the rest of it. But it says, "We thank you for your presence with us and the establishment of your love for us, that you would pay attention and be aware and present even before we call upon you. and then I mentioned my name, am a baby God at that time. Then I mentioned the other person's name is also a baby God. We call upon you to bless us with your strength, wisdom, knowledge, and power. Now, here are the titles of this being: Instructor of the Gods. That's one of the titles of this being. Bless us, gods. And why do I say bless us, gods? Because Jesus, the Psalms say that we are gods. We are made in the image and the likeness of gods. And so, whether we realize it or not, we have been created in the image and likeness of the Creator with the potential to evolve to that level of expression and existence and experience of life. And so I say, bless us, gods, and instruct us, because that's what this angel does, thoroughly and with tender mercy. Give us the knowledge and tools of our godhood. That's what this being's job is to do in this flesh, in this life, for the greatest good of all. Of all. We desire our karmas fully balanced. That's another thing that this being does. So that nothing stands in the way of the fulfillment of our divine mission on earth. So that nothing can stand in the way of the fulfillment of our divine mission on earth. If you're listening to this and you have any understanding of what is happening with me and what's been going on in my life, that you understand that it all comes back to this right here. Oh, and then I mentioned the being's name. Quicken me. And this is where it's just all about me. The other person, I just asked for a little bit, a couple things for them. It's all they wanted. And then here I go. I got to go big. I got to go huge. I got to make, outlandish and incredible and ridiculous. I got to stay, I want to do the impossible. Here I go. Oh, so and so, quicken me, endow me with the next steps and clear sight on the path of my godhood. I desire these things for the glory of God and the human race, so that they can be saved from all destruction and harm, so that man can come to God and be blessed. I will use my powers to bring fairness and harmony to all life on this planet, even the jinn. Now I'm gonna pause right there because the jinn is a crazy and big topic. But the Quran says that in the beginning God created three beings. He created the jinn out of smokeless fire. They existed first. He created the angels, or the angels and then the jinn. I don't know, but both the angels and the jinn were created before humanity and then created humanity. And of course, when God said, "Hey, humanity is my crowning creation, my best work. Everybody pay homage to humanity." The story goes that certain jinn was like, that's not right. You want me, a creature of fire, to bow down to a creature made of clay? It ain't gonna happen." And of course, that's history. Okay, we know what happens after that. But when you understand, first of all, the Christ who loves, who is pure love, and love with, a boundless love. The Christ, the universal Christ, loves all life. The Christ doesn't leave anything in existence out of its love. Okay, it loves all life. Now, it may not allow everything, it may not support everything that life does, and it may not, but it still loves. It loves. And so it's inclusive to all life. All right. And Christ is definitely within and a part of and shines through me in my attempts to show love to all of life. All of life and all different types of life. I try to show love to. Okay. So even the jinn. Now, when you understand the jinn, you understand that not all of the jinn, not all of these beings are evil or bad. Okay, they're just like humanity. You have good ones, you got medium, intermediate, or neutral, and then you have negative, evil, and mostly malevolent. And, and some of them are even spiritual and worship God and believe in God and, are good. So they're all types. Okay. So this was a key factor here in this, okay, because they are concerned too. They are a part of what is going on in and on the planet. And so when I said I will use my powers to bring fairness and harmony to all life on this planet, even the jinn, that got a lot of power, a lot of support on my side. Because, first of all life on the planet would rather be saved than destroyed, including the jinn. And yeah, and that's just that, okay? But the jinn, these spiritual beings in this parallel reality, are behind a lot of what happens and goes on in the world, okay? And they want redemption. A lot of them want redemption and want to escape all this stuff too. So that means that I have all life on the planet and these powerful spiritual beings on my side because I seek to use my powers to bring fairness and harmony to all life on the planet, even the jinn, as well as to protect human life and all life as much as I can until all are wholly ascended in the light and free. That right there grants uh, straight up immortality. That right there means that I'm going to be here until I'm going to be here stopping destruction from happening on the planet until the last life that can evolve into the next level of existence, into a higher frequency and dimension, has done so. I'm here. I can't be taken out. I cannot be put down. I can't be stopped because of this right here. Until all are wholly ascended in the light and free, I will make gods out of men. I will prove God in man. I am that I am, and then I state my spiritual name, and it is done. And then there's my signature. Whoa. Whoa. Man. So I'm gonna be stuck, on Earth in this body, forced to continue to evolve and to continue to prove and to bring about every last word in this agreement, and nothing can stop it. Why? Not only because of the agreement, but because this agreement is in harmony with and aligned with not only God's will, but the greatest good of all life. This is a pure pact of love to all life. And so it's a huge source of my power. And hopefully I don't go insane. Hopefully you don't take thousands of years to wholly evolve into the light, because I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna be right here, man. And Dormammu was pissed, and he's still trying to kill me every day. It's just the truth, man. I'm just spitting the truth. So to all my listeners out there, and to those who don't do something like this, man. A lot of it is awesome, a lot of it is not, that I go through on a daily basis. Okay. And like I said, because of these words, sometimes I'm going through a lot of stuff just to push me to go back and make more videos. Because as long as I'm making videos, as long as I'm fulfilling the terms of this, all the benefits of it are received and maintained. And as a matter of fact, I can't not do it. That's the point that I'm trying to make here, is I can't not do it because of what's in here. Even if it's just not possible. Oh, I wish I could explain all the many levels that this encompasses when you make a pact. So be careful. Be careful when you make pacts and agreements. Know what you're doing and saying. I thank God that God was on my side when this happened, that it was inspired by God, and that it's pretty much perfectly done and flawless in my eyes. I mean, I'm no lawyer or, you know, legal assistant, but I mean, it's a win-win for all life. And I thank you, God, that you heard me and that you bless me. And please allow me to continue to be a blessing to all who experience this evolution and this channel. This has been God Speaks. This is the revelation of the pact that I made with God and his angels and his jinn and all life. Love, one love, the Christ. Amen.